Hello, welcome or welcome back to Made by Manda Mao. I'm Manda and I make stuff. For those of you who don't know me, I am a crochet artist. I mostly make amigurumi plushie type items that I sell at market events and online. And it is the night before my market event. I have a market event tomorrow that I'm hoping will be a big event. It's like a local music festival. I've never been to an event like that before, so I have no idea what the vibe will be, but I am very excited. Also a little nervous. The hours are a little funky. I set up at 11 and then the event is from 2 to 9 p.m. So not only is it a long day, but it's also some evening hours. So if you watched my last video, my market prep video, you saw me stressing about my nighttime setup, where I kind of walked through how I was going to have my setup during the daytime, and then as it gets into the evening I set up some lights, so hopefully that will get us through the night. I will hopefully remember to try and take some videos tomorrow, not just in the daytime, but maybe at night too, to kind of show you what the nighttime vibe ends up looking like. When I signed up for this event, I swear I was like one of the first people to sign up for the event. So at that time, there were no other crochet plushie vendors, but they did send out the vendor map, and there are over 50 vendors there, and I already can tell by like the names of the vendors that there's some other crocheters for sure, so we will have to see what the vibe is. I'm trying to go into it with an open mind. Hopefully it goes well and it's busy, because I'm bringing a lot of stuff and I am going to show you that in this video. This is going to be a market breakdown. I'm going to show you guys everything that I am bringing to the market, how much I charge for all of those items. Hopefully in between I'll have some clips of what the market is like, and then I will come back after the event and let you guys know how I did, what sold, what didn't, how much I made, all that good stuff. So with that being said, I'm just going to jump into showing you what I made for this market. As always, any patterns seen in this video will be in a Google Doc in the description below if you are interested in checking that out. I am going to go through these items starting from my least expensive items all the way up to my most expensive items. And we are starting with my keychains. This is the first time I am bringing keychains to a market. I'm super excited about it. I have a couple other kinds here that I'm going to show you in a minute, but I think that these are adorable. They are all going to be priced at $8 each, but I am also gonna run a deal that's going to be 2 for $15. So I have these octo ones in some different colors, and I have 7 octos in different colors, and like I said, they will be $8 each. Also, most of the keychain patterns that I use are free patterns. That octo one was a free YouTube pattern. All these keychains work up pretty quick, and then some of these other ones are free Instagram patterns. Like I said, they'll all be linked in the description, so definitely check them out. They're such quick, fun makes. I'm like obsessed with making them right now. Next, I had these little whales. These are also $8 each, and I have 4 whales in some different colors. Next, I have little bees. These are $8 each, and I have 4 of these. Next, I have little strawberries. These are $8 each, and I have 4 of these. This is a free pattern. The bee pattern was a free Instagram pattern as well. Next, I have these pickle keychains. They are going to be $8 each, and I have 4 of them. They came out a little big, in my opinion. So if I make them again, I might try to modify the pattern to have it a little smaller, like keychain sized, but I still think that they are cute. This is also a free Instagram pattern. Next, I have these super cute little duckies. These are part of a pattern bundle from Crochet by Elle. I actually got to pattern test these. I think they are adorable, and I have, what do I have? 3 yellow ones and 3 white ones, $8 each. And then I also have 4 little mallard duckies as well, $8 each. That's it for my keychains. I cannot wait to see how they do at this market. If I have any extra free time tonight, it's already pretty late, so I doubt that I will, but if I do, I would definitely like to make some more of these, and I think I'm gonna bring some yarn with me tomorrow to kill some time during the day, to maybe make some more during the day as well. So this This is what I have for now, but I'm not sure what I will end up with. Okay, next I have my chicken nuggets. These are $8 each, and I have 6 of them. Next, I have my Octos in some different colors. These are $10 each, and I have 7 of them. Next, I have some chickens. These are $12 each, and I have 3 of them. Next, I have my regular size duckies. I have 4 of these, 2 in white, 2 in yellow, and they are $12 each. I also have mallard ducks. I have 2 of these, and they are $12 each. Next, I have my leggy frogs in these 2 colors. They are $12 each, and I have 7 of them. Next, I have this little love bug. She is $12, and I have 1 of her. Next, I have my mushrooms in some different colors. I have 9 of these in total, and they are $12 each. Next, I have my Pokeballs. These are $12 each, and I have 4 of them. Next, I have my possums. These are $12 each, and I have 3 of these. Next, I have my Triceratops. These are $12 each, and I have 5 of them in different colors. Next, I have my axolotls. I have 6 of these in different colors, and they are $13 each. Next, I have my bees. I have them in these 2 different colors. In total, I have 6 of them, and they are $13 each. Next, I have my eagles. I have 3 of these. They are $13 each. Next, I have this unicorn. She is $16, and I have 1 of her. Next, I have a bunch of turtles. I have 7 of these regular turtles that I sell for $20 each. And I also have 1 strawberry turtle. She is $25. Next, I have these kitties. I have 3 of them, and I'm going to show you all of them. Here's one. And then I have this little calico kitty. And I also have this black kitty, and these are $20 each, and I have 3 of these. Next, I have some cows. I have 2 heart spot cows and 1 I have this regular spot cow, and they are all $25, and I have 3 of them in total. Next, I have this pupper. He is also $25. This is the first time I'm going to be bringing those cats and this little pupper to this market. Like I mentioned in my last video, I have some animal shelter events coming up, so I wanted to make doggies and kitties for those events, and I just couldn't wait to get started on them, so I started making them already. I only have 1 of these little dogs so far, but he is so cute. This is an AQ Crochet Loso pattern, and he is $25. Next, I have this gray bunny. I sold a bunch of these for Easter, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make another one. So I made another one. I have 1 of her, and she is $26. Next, I have this little baby dragon. He is $27, and I have 1 of him. Next, I have this sheepy girl. She is super cute. She is $27, and I have 1 of her. Next, I have this chubby dino. He's really cute too. This is the first event I will be bringing this chubby dino to, so we'll see how that goes. And he is $28, and I only have 1 of him. Next, I have this adorable giraffe. Look at him. He is cute. This is a Loso AQ Crochet pattern also. It is adorable, and I have 1 of him, and he is $28. And last, I have my flamingo girly. She is $30, and I have 1 of her. So that's pretty much all I am bringing to this market. I am really excited to see how everything goes. Like I said, I have no idea what the vibe is going to be like, so wish me luck. Hopefully I'll have some good updates for you. And I'm going to be honest, I am pretty tired and I still have a ton of stuff to do. So I'm going to go finish doing all of those things, and I will come back to you guys soon. Hi guys, I just got to the event. We just pulled up and I just filled my giant wagon with all this stuff. I love it. We're definitely going to have to make another trip, but I'll be back after I set up to let you guys know how everything goes. All right, bye. Hey guys, we're like pretty much set up. The event doesn't start for like another hour, which is good. However, it is very windy, so I actually don't have sidewalls to my tent, so hopefully we'll be getting those soon, because I don't know if we are going to be able to manage without it. It is very windy out here, but the vibe is cool. There's a ton of vendors. This area is really nice. Maybe I'll have like a little video walkthrough if I have time. But yeah, the vibe is good. I haven't set up my keychains yet because of the wind, and there are little spurts of tiny drops of rain, so hopefully the rain will hold off. But you guys want to see my setup? I will show you. Here it is. And then our keychains are gonna go over here once it stops being windy. Hello, I'm back, and you guys, it was insane. It was insane. Hopefully by the title of this video, you will know that I mean insane in the good way for sure. However, there were definitely some crazy moments also, so I will let you know how it went. So like I said, I had no idea what the vibe was gonna be like going into this event. I showed up, I had my little wagon, which was great. I was able to put a ton of stuff in there. I loved it. It made setup so much easier. The area was great. It was in like a little town square, but it was like the town square of like kind of a college campus, so it was a really nice area. My spot was a corner spot. It was great. I loved my spot. I was there at 11 for setup, and I drop all my stuff and we start to set up, and it starts raining a little bit. It started doing a little tiny drizzle, and I just wanted to cry. It was like 11 a.m. The event was from, like I said, 11 to 9, and I was like, if it's raining now, this is gonna be a long day. This is gonna be a long day. I looked at the sky and I was just like, please, please no. And thankfully that kind of went away. There was like a couple little tiny drizzle moments in the morning, but that like went away. But then the other issue, which you saw in my other video, was it was so windy. And we set up the tent, and I have like sandbags for my tent for like all four corners of the tent, but they're literally just like bags that I filled with sand, so I don't know exactly how much weight is on them, and I definitely should know because sometimes they require you to have like a certain amount of weight on each leg for your tent. Somehow, luckily, I've never had to deal with like severe winds before at an event, so usually my sandbags are fine, but I'm not gonna lie to you, this time they were not enough. The tent was like fully lifting off of the ground. The wind, like every time the wind blew, the tent was like lifting up. Thankfully, my neighbors next to me, they had like actual weights in addition to like sandbags, and they were like, they put like one of their big weights on one of my corners, but the other corners were still lifting up. It was like a whole thing. I was like trying to set up and things were like blowing all over, and it was a mess. I convinced myself that like having sidewalls on my tent would fix the situation. Like maybe if I put up some sidewalls, it would block out the wind and I'd be able to like set everything up and it would be fine. I, however, did not have sidewalls with me, so my amazing boyfriend was there with me, and I like looked at him and I was like, can you please find me sidewalls? And he like left and he went to a bunch of different stores trying to find me sidewalls. I called my dad. I was like, Dad, like please, like, do you have sidewalls in the shed or anything that you could bring me? I need them like right this second. I'm like holding on to the tent for dear life, trying to like set things up, and like it was just so stressful. I was like having a whole anxiety moment. So while I'm just chilling there, like holding onto my tent for dear life, like trying to finish my setup, hoping that sidewalls magically show up soon somehow, people start coming to my tent. They start coming to my tent and they start buying things. And I was like excited. It was like literally 12 o'clock at this point. You'll see when I go through my sales, which I'm about to do in a minute. My sales start at like 12. in the afternoon, and the event did not start until 2 p.m. So it was honestly kind of good that I was there early, but it was definitely also stressful because I was like not fully set up. I still didn't figure out the tent situation, and I'm like trying to help customers. It was just like a whole thing. Finally, between my dad and my boyfriend, I did get sidewalls and also some additional weights to have on the keychain setup. We had an extra weight for that, so that wasn't like blowing around like crazy. And my dad came back with like a bunch of bricks. He was like, I don't have a ton of weights, but I can bring you bricks. And he literally showed up with like a bunch of bricks, and I'm like putting those on like the corners of the tent. And we set up like we only had 2 sidewalls, so I set one up on the one side where like wind was kind of blowing in from, and then we set up one on the back, and the back one did not help us out. It was like making the whole tent, more wind was like grabbing the tent like from the inside, and it was just not good. So we ended up taking the back sidewall off, and we just had one sidewall and bricks and weights. And honestly, I'm not even kidding, the tent was like still blowing around, and we were like still holding on to the tent for like dear life. Like most of the day, the vendors like a couple tents down from us lost their whole tent. It like blew across the whole yard. It was crazy. So guys, do not underestimate the weather. Like, be prepared for that type of a thing. Have heavy sandbags. Have heavy weights for all 4 corners of your tent. When I go to all of my future events, I'm going to be bringing extra weight, because had I not had people that could have kind of helped me with that situation, like I don't even know what I would have done. Had I been by myself, like I think that I would have lost my tent. I think it would have been blown across the area as well. So I'm very grateful to the people that helped me in that situation. The sidewalls came, and my dad and my boyfriend came back. I was sold out of a bunch of stuff, and it was like 1 p.m. It like wasn't even close to the event starting yet, and I had sold out of chickens, sold out of possums. So now I'm like panicking about that. I'm like, did I make enough stuff? I honestly didn't anticipate it to be like that crazy of a time. Like I had no idea what to expect. There were also at least 2 other crocheters there. I think honestly we all did at least okay, because people were coming to my tent holding like little dolls from the other crochet tent, and then they would come to my tent and buy like more crochet stuff, like some younger kids and stuff. And I was like, wow, that is awesome that like everybody is having a good day today. But yeah, tent situation aside, it was poppin' besides that, and I ended up having a really good day. I met like the founders of the event, who were these like 4 seniors, and they said that it was like their senior capstone project to like do this big like music festival event, and they were like the sweetest girls. And honestly, it was a great event. Like it was so organized. All the vendors were organized. Like the music part of it was great. They had food trucks there. Those girls killed it. So yeah, I'm happy that the tent thing and the weather did not like scare me away, because this ended up being my best event yet. So now I'm gonna go through all my sales with you guys. So like I said, my first sale was at 12 p.m. and my first sale was my brown spotted cow. And that was to this sweet boy who wanted to buy a cow for his sister. He said his sister liked cows, and he bought that for her. So I thought that was really cute, and that was $25. Next, I sold a blue turtle for $20. Next, I sold an eagle for $13. Next, I sold 2 chickens. These were actually sold to 2 of the founder girls. They wanted to get matching chickens. They were so cute. They were like so excited about all my stuff. It was amazing. And I only had 3 chickens with me, and they were like, should we buy them now or should we like wait until later? I was like, I only have 3, so I don't know, it's up to you. And thank goodness that they did, because you know, they sold really quick, so I don't know if they would have been able to get them later. So I sold them 2 chickens for a total of $24. Next, I sold a possum for $12. Next, I sold another possum for $12. Next, I sold an eagle and a chicken for $25. Next, I sold a blue triceratops for $12. And those were just my sales between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock. The event still doesn't start for another hour. Okay, so now at 1 o'clock, I sold a blue axolotl and my last possum for a total of $25. Next, I sold another blue axolotl for $13. Next, I sold an orange Triceratops for $12. Next, I sold 2 Happy Face chicken nuggets for $16. Next, I sold my teal Triceratops and my lighter pink heart spot cow for a total of $37. Next, I sold my gray cat for $20. Next, I sold a strawberry keychain for $8. Next, I sold a pink colored bee for $13. Next, I sold a straight faced chicken nugget for $8. Next, I sold a pink mushroom for $12. Also, this is when the event started. That sale was at 2:15. So now we are into the 2 o'clock range when the event had actually started. Next, I sold my multicolored like orange turtle for $20. Next, I sold a pink axolotl for $13. Next, I sold a yellow duck for $12. Next, I sold an octo keychain for $8. Next, I sold my black cat for $20. Next, I sold a purple axolotl for $13. Next, I sold the blue multicolored Triceratops for $12. Next, I sold my multicolored pink turtle for $20. Next, I sold a green turtle and a blue, pink turtle with like the blue floral shell for $40. Next, I sold my blue multicolored dragon for $27. Next, I sold a ducky keychain for $8. Next, I sold my hot pink heart spot cow for $25. Next, I sold an octo keychain for $8. Next, I sold my last cat, the calico one, for $20. Next, I sold a bee keychain and a ducky keychain for $15. I did do the like 2, they were $8 each, or I did like the 2 for $15 deal. Next, I sold my gray Triceratops for $12. That was my last Triceratops. Next, I sold a yellow duck for $12. Then I sold a white duck for $12. Next, I sold a red mushroom for $12. Next, I sold 2 ducky keychains for $15. Next, I sold my sheep for $27. Next, I sold my giraffe for $28. And I think both of those went to like these adorable little girls that came to my table and they were like all excited about my stuff and they bought those and then they like gave me a tip. They were like, "Here, please keep this as a tip." I was like, "Thank you so much." Like no one has ever given me a tip before. It was the cutest freaking thing. Next, I sold my multicolored blue turtle for $20. Next, I sold a straight-faced nugget for $8. Next, I sold a strawberry keychain, an octo keychain, and a pink axolotl for $28. Next, I sold a light pink octo for $10. Next, I sold a leggy frog for $12. Next, I sold a yellow mushroom and a whale keychain for $20. Next, I sold a duck keychain and a mallard duck keychain for $15. Next, I sold an octo keychain and another mallard duck keychain for $15. Next, I sold a pink axolotl for $13. I think that was my last one. Next, I sold my flamingo for $30. She got sold, but she went to a good home, so I'm happy. Next, I sold an octo keychain and a red mushroom for $20. Next, I sold a pink mushroom for $12. Next, I sold a green mushroom for $12. Next, I sold my chubby dino to the girl who also bought my flamingo. She came back and bought my chubby dino for $28. Next, I sold a yellow mushroom for $12. And at this point, like, there was almost nothing on my table, so I had gnomes in my bag that I wasn't even gonna put out, but I just wanted to like fill my display with something, so I put the gnomes out and I sold I had two and I ended up selling both of them. So my next order was the red and blue gnome for $10. Next, I sold a Pokeball for $12. Next, I sold a red mushroom for $12. Next, I sold a yellow octo for $10. Next, I sold an eagle for $13. Next, I sold my second gnome, the green and yellow one, for $10. Next, I sold a Pokeball for $12. Next, I sold my unicorn and my purple floral turtle for $36. Next, I sold a ducky keychain for $8. Next, I sold a whale keychain for $8. Next, I sold a mallard duck for $12. Next, I sold a ducky keychain for $8. Next, I sold a mallard duck keychain and a bee keychain for $15. Next, I sold a green mushroom for $12. Next, I sold a leggy frog for $12. Next, I sold two strawberry keychains for $15. Next, I sold a bee keychain and a ducky keychain for $15. I think this was at the point in the night where like I was making keychains and I was just hanging them up on the board, and I would hang them up on the board and they would sell. I ran out of all the duck keychains, so I was just making them and then selling them. It was crazy. Next, I sold a Pokeball for $12. Next, I sold a mallard duck keychain for $8. And my last order was after I packed everything up, literally everything. This guy came over. He had like been to my table earlier in the night. He's like, I saw you packing up and I really wanted to buy something and I didn't get a chance. What do you still have? And I like went through my bag and I'm like showing him all like the few things that I still had left, and he ended up buying a bee as my last sale for $13. We ended up wrapping pretty early. My last sale was at 7:30, and then the event organizers kind of said that we didn't need to stay anymore because it was kind of slowing down and they were just going to do the last of like the music portion. So I was honestly happy. I was cold and I didn't have too much left to sell, honestly, so it was fine. Also, I forgot to mention this during the original filming of this video, but since we broke down early at like 7:30, it was still kind of light out, so I never ended up using any of my lights or having to do my whole night setup. So all that stressing for nothing. So I ended up paying $10.35 in Square fees. I had about little over $300 worth of credit card payments on Square. The rest was all in cash. And my vendor fee for this event was $27. So with those fees subtracted, I ended up making $1,156. That is crazy. That is the most amount I have made at an event thus far. And to put it in perspective, I brought about $1,500 worth of inventory to this event. So I got really close to selling like almost all of that. And honestly, I think if I had brought more, I could have sold more. So like that thought bothers me a little. But like there's only like so much prep that I can do. You know, I spend so much of my time crocheting, like I don't know feasibly how much more I could have done. I knew that one of my target customers was definitely like younger kids, and there were a lot of like younger kids there with families and stuff. However, I am adding college students to my target market because they were so excited about my stuff. They were like more excited than the little kids, and it brought me so much joy. Like it literally brought me, like that's the best part about it, is like seeing how excited people get like about my stuff. Like there is just like nothing that compares to that. And of course the money is nice too. But it was just like such a good day overall. Just some other stats for you guys. My best seller was actually my keychains. My keychains. Like you saw, this is my first market bringing keychains, and I used to have this like weird mindset where I like didn't want to make a lot of like smaller items because I was like, well, if people see the smaller items, like they're just gonna buy the smaller items. They're not gonna like buy all the bigger items on my table, so I don't even want to like, you know, give them that option. But I don't think that was the right mindset, because people were buying the keychains and they were buying other stuff too. They just bought the keychains on top of that because they were like little and a good price. Like I said, the 2 for $15 deal like really paid out for me. Like a lot of people were buying 2 at a time to get the $15 deal. So in total, I ended up selling 26 keychains in total, and that was $208 worth of sales, which is crazy. So I'm gonna keep making keychains, and I'm gonna make a lot of them. My next best seller by like number of units that I sold was my mushrooms. I sold 9 mushrooms in total. I had 8 turtles and I sold 7 of them. Guess what was the only turtle that didn't sell? My strawberry shortcake turtle that I made like that day, like the day right before the market. I had made that and I was so surprised it didn't sell. All 6 of the axolotls that I brought sold. All of my 5 triceratops sold. I think that if I brought more chickens and more possums, they would have sold really well, because like I said, they sold out in the first hour of setup. I'm trying to think about things that like didn't sell really well. The only things that didn't sell really well, I've just been having a weird time. I think I said this already in this video. Like I've been having a weird time with my leggy frogs. They like haven't been selling great for me lately. I don't know if people are just like tired of leggy frogs or what the deal is, but I love frogs. Like maybe I'll try to find like another frog pattern and replace my leggy frogs with a different frog pattern. Maybe that's it. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they're not selling all of a sudden. The same issue with my octos. My like octos haven't been doing great. I did sell like 2 or 3 of them at this market, and I definitely still had some left over. And I had bees left over as well. They're hit or miss for me. Like the first couple markets I did, they like flew off my table, but I haven't had as much success with them since. I don't know if maybe they'll be like more popular once like it gets nicer out or something. I don't know what the deal is with those, but I love making bees, so I hope that the people still like them. My overall thoughts on this event was that it was the best time ever, and be cautious of the weather. Be over prepared for the weather when you are going to market events. If you take nothing else from this video, please take that. And it is going to be an insane week for me, because I literally have another event next weekend, and I didn't anticipate selling like my entire inventory at this event, so now I have like less than a week to prep an entire new inventory. So I will definitely have another video out later this week. I think it's honestly probably just going to be another market breakdown video of everything I end up making this week and bringing to that market. So definitely subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss that one, because that'll be interesting. That'll be a true test of how much I can crochet in a week. So you guys will get to see that. It's gonna be a stressful time. And thank you so much for watching this video if you did, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.